What if I told you that your biggest goal is probably the reason you're failing? Not because the goal is impossible, but because you've been taught to chase success the wrong way. Every January, millions of people promise themselves that this year will be different. They'll wake up earlier, exercise every day, read more books, start a business, save money, finally become the person they've always wanted to be. For a few days, everything feels exciting. The motivation is high, the energy is real, the future looks bright. But then, life happens. One missed workout becomes a week. One skipped habit becomes a month. The dream slowly fades until it's just another unfinished promise. And a year later, the same goals return, the same excitement returns, and sadly, the same failure returns. Here's the painful truth. Most people don't fail because they're weak. They fail because they're fighting against the way the human brain actually works. Today, you're going to discover why most goals never become reality, why motivation secretly betrays you, and why the people who achieve extraordinary success follow completely different rules. By the end of this video, you'll never look at goals the same way again. Chapter 1: The Motivation Lie. Let's start with the biggest lie the world keeps repeating. Just stay motivated. Sounds inspiring, but it's terrible advice. Motivation is an emotion, and emotions are temporary. Think about it. Have you ever felt unstoppable after watching an inspiring video? You promise yourself that tomorrow everything will change. Then tomorrow comes. You wake up tired. Work becomes stressful. Your phone steals your attention. Suddenly, that powerful motivation disappears. Did your dream change? No, only your emotion changed. And that's exactly why motivation is such a dangerous foundation. It makes you believe you'll always feel like working. But successful people don't wait until they feel ready. They act even when they don't feel like it, because they understand something most people never learn. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself. It's about removing the need to make the same decision every single day. The fewer decisions you have to make, the easier consistency becomes. That's why successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on routines. Chapter 2: The Hidden Trap of Big Goals. Imagine standing at the bottom of a huge mountain. The top is hidden behind clouds. Someone tells you, climb. You look up. It feels impossible. That's exactly how most goals look. Become rich. Lose 30 pounds. Build $1 million business. Become successful. They're so big, your brain immediately focuses on how far away they are, not how close the first step is. The human brain naturally avoids uncertainty. If the path looks too difficult, it searches for comfort instead. That's why people procrastinate. Not because they're lazy, because uncertainty creates fear, and fear creates delay. The biggest dreams often fail because they're too heavy to carry all at once. The winners understand something different. They never try to carry the entire mountain. They only take the next step. One day, one action, one improvement, again, and again, and again. Over time, small actions become extraordinary results. Chapter 3: Success is Invisible. Here's something nobody talks about. Success is invisible until suddenly it isn't. Imagine planting a seed. You water it every day. For weeks, nothing appears. No leaves, no flowers, nothing. Does that mean the seed is dead? Of course not. Growth is happening underground. The roots are becoming stronger before anyone can see them. Your habits work the same way. The first workout won't transform your body. The first book won't change your mind. The first investment won't make you wealthy. But every small action builds invisible roots. And one day, those invisible roots become visible results. Most people quit exactly before that moment arrives. They mistake invisible progress for no progress, and that's why they lose. Chapter 4: The Identity Mistake. Most people ask the wrong question. They ask, what do I want to achieve? But the people who change their lives ask something completely different. Who do I want to become? There's a huge difference. Imagine two people trying to quit smoking. Someone offers them a cigarette. The first person says, "No thanks, I'm trying to quit." The second person says, "No thanks, I don't smoke." The first person is still fighting their old identity. The second person has already created a new one. This is how real transformation begins. Your identity shapes your decisions. Your decisions shape your habits. And your habits shape your future. If you believe you're lazy, you'll always find a reason to avoid hard work. If you believe you're disciplined, your actions slowly begin to match that belief. The top 1% don't chase success. They become the kind of person success naturally follows. Because once your identity changes, your behavior follows without constant effort. Chapter 5: The Comfort Trap. Your brain has one primary job: to keep you alive. Not successful. Not wealthy. Not extraordinary. Safe. That's why comfort feels so good. Every time you avoid something difficult, your brain rewards you with temporary relief. Skip the workout. Feels easier. Delay the project. Stress disappears for a moment. Stay in bed. Comfort wins again. But every shortcut comes with a hidden price. The life you want exists outside the comfort your brain keeps protecting. Think about it. Every athlete trains through pain. Every entrepreneur faces uncertainty. Every great artist creates despite criticism. Growth has never been comfortable. Comfort keeps you alive. Discomfort helps you evolve. The moment you stop running from discomfort, you begin becoming stronger than yesterday. Chapter 6: The Invisible Enemy Called Consistency. People think success comes from doing something incredible once. It doesn't. Success comes from doing ordinary things for an extraordinarily long time. The gym doesn't change your body in one day. Reading one page doesn't make you wise. Saving $20 won't make you rich overnight. But repeated hundreds of times, those tiny actions become impossible to ignore. The problem is, consistency is boring. It doesn't give instant excitement. It doesn't make headlines. No one applauds you for showing up every day. That's why most people quit. They confuse excitement with progress. The truth is, the most powerful habit in the world isn't intensity. It's consistency. The top performers don't always have better talent. They simply refuse to stop. They understand that every day they continue, they're becoming someone most people will never become. And that's the difference. Average people chase motivation. Exceptional people protect consistency. Because they know one simple truth. Small actions repeated long enough always defeat big promises that are never finished. Chapter 7: Winners don't depend on willpower. There's a secret that almost every high performer understands. Willpower is unreliable. Some mornings you'll wake up feeling unstoppable. Other mornings, even getting out of bed feels difficult. If your success depends on how you feel, your results will always rise and fall with your emotions. That's why the top 1% don't build their lives around willpower. They build systems. A system removes unnecessary decisions. Instead of asking, "Should I work out today?" the answer is already decided. Instead of asking, "Should I read today?" it's already part of the routine. Successful people reduce choices because they know something powerful. Every decision drains mental energy. The fewer decisions you make, the more energy you have for what truly matters. Freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you want. It comes from creating habits so strong that success becomes automatic. Chapter 8: Your environment is quietly controlling you. Most people blame themselves. "I'm lazy. I have no discipline. I'm not motivated enough." But often, the real problem isn't the person. It's the environment. Imagine trying to eat healthy while your desk is covered with junk food. Imagine trying to focus while your phone keeps buzzing every few minutes. Imagine trying to read while the TV is always on. Willpower loses these battles again and again. Your environment shapes your behavior more than your intentions. If your phone is always within reach, you'll check it. If unhealthy food is easy to grab, you'll eat it. If distractions surround you, your attention will disappear. The top performers understand this. They don't just change themselves. They change the environment around them. They make good habits easier and bad habits harder. They prepare their workspace, silence notifications, keep books where they can see them, lay out workout clothes the night before. These small changes seem insignificant, but over months and years, they completely transform a person's life. Success isn't only about making better decisions. It's about making the right decisions easier. Chapter 9: The Top 1% Rule. The biggest difference between average people and extraordinary people isn't talent. It isn't intelligence. It isn't luck. It's simple. They never stop showing up. Even on bad days. Even when progress feels invisible. Even when nobody is watching. Because they know that every single day is like placing one brick. One brick doesn't build a house, but thousands of bricks, placed one after another, create something impossible to ignore. The top 1% trust the process long before they see the results. That's why, years later, the world calls them overnight successes. But success was never overnight. It was built quietly, one day at a time. Chapter 10: The Decision That Changes Everything. Right now, there are two versions of your future. The first version keeps waiting. Waiting for Monday. Waiting for the perfect mood. Waiting for more time. Waiting until life feels easier. Months pass. Years pass. Nothing changes. The second version makes one small decision. Not a dramatic promise. Not a perfect plan. Just one decision. No matter what happens, I will show up today. That's how every extraordinary life begins. Not with one giant leap, but with one small step repeated every single day. The truth is, you don't need a better dream. You need a better system. Because dreams inspire you, but systems transform you. When you stop chasing motivation and start trusting your daily habits, everything changes. You stop asking, "What if I fail?" And you begin asking, "What can I improve today?" That single question changes your entire future. The final message. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. One version of you will wish they had started today. The other version will be grateful they did. Both futures begin with the choices you make after this video ends. No one is coming to save you. No perfect moment is waiting around the corner. No secret shortcut exists. The life you want is built through ordinary actions, repeated with extraordinary consistency. Every page you read, every workout you finish, every distraction you resist, every promise you keep to yourself, becomes another vote for the person you're becoming. Your future isn't created in one unforgettable moment. It's created in thousands of invisible moments that nobody else will ever see. And that's where true greatness is born. So before you close this video, ask yourself one question. Will I keep collecting excuses, or will I start collecting proof that I can change? Because in the end, success doesn't belong to the smartest. It doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the people who refuse to quit. The people who keep showing up when it's hard. The people who stay committed when no one is watching. Remember this, your goals don't define your future. Your daily actions do. One decision, one habit, one day at a time. Keep going. Because the person you've always wanted to become is waiting on the other side of the choices you make today. This is Human Cypher. Master your mind, and the rest will follow.